equal to 15% of reserved mana to you and nearby allies. Unwavering Fate. Auras you cast grant plus 1% physical reduction to you and your allies. Auras you cast grant 0.2% of maximum life regenerated per second to you and your allies. Now this is what I'll be going for. Oh, okay, this seems very interesting. It's also very centered on elemental damage. And this is centered heavy on totem. Well, it has a bit of totem usage in it. Oh, and this is fun, fancy. Skills from your helmet, gloves, and boots all have their own different thing. 20% to elemental resistance is from helmets. They penetrate 20% element resistance on the helmet. Gloves, they have 40% increased area effect. Boots, 2%. Reach 2% of damage as life. Ritual of Awakening. You can put up to 2 additional totems at a time, and though they do 8% less damage per totem. 4% increased damage per enemy killed by your totems recently. 8% increased attack and cast speed while you have a totem. Chance to gain an endurance charge when you gain a power charge, and a 15% chance to gain a power charge if you or your totems kill an enemy. 150 to mana. When hit, 10% of damage is taken from mana before life. And that's reduced the mana cost of skills. Mana cost of skills when on full energy shield. And to gain 25% maximum mana as an extra maximum energy shield. And this is all centered on you having more mana and whatnot. It's basically turning your Templar into a caster. And as a witch, you can become a major minion person with major buffs to minions. And that looks like a spider's coming out the skull's eyes, and oh, good Christ, and that's creepy. I was kind of imagining. I remember seeing a video with a toad having like a pocket in its back or something where its young can be. Like it was like little holes in its back and could see things swimming around inside. I don't know if it was faked or what, but it was a creepy concept. And imagining that with spiders. Ugh. I have a vivid imagination for when it wants to piss me off. Yeah. Instrument of Virtue. Increase spell damage if you've cast a spell recently. Increase attack damage if you've cast a spell recently. Increase attack speed if you've attacked recently. Increase cast speed if you've attacked recently. It's really encouraging me to actually cast spells. And in reality, I don't think the abilities I use mainly count as spells. Be honest, considering... Can I block with a weapon? Can I block with a weapon? Can I only block with a shield? I think I can only block with a shield. Yeah, don't see a block there, but it might be just gazing over it. Has happened before. Basically, I was thinking just going with this and saying fuck it. It's not really my kind of thing, but it's just nor is this, but it's, let's have a look. Let's not call quits just yet. 100% increased critical strike chance against enemies that are affected by no elemental status ailments. Plus 45% to critical strike multiplier against enemies that are affected. Inevitable Justice. Critical strikes ignore enemy monster elemental resistances, and non-penetrate 10% of enemy elemental resistances. Augury of Penitence. Nearby enemies take 16% increased elemental damage, and they deal 8% less elemental damage. Sanctify. 25% less 25% chance to create consecrated ground when hit, lasting 8 seconds. Consecrated ground creates consecrated ground you create grants 40% increased damage to you and your allies. 25% chance to create consecrated ground on kill. 25% chance to create it on kill, lasting 8 seconds. And the allies standing on it also regenerate a percentage of the maximum life per second. And here's Pious Path. Cannot be affected by elemental status ailments while on consecrated ground. 4% of maximum mana and energy shield regenerate per second on consecrated ground, and there's 24% increase to attack and cast speed on consecrated ground. Yeah, we'll go this way.
Truth is elusive, yet God has provided us with all the tools necessary to find it.
Awesome. Okay. Awesome. Return to town. So, I'm Emperor now. Cool. I'll send it. And that's now my icon. Cool. I wonder if this changed anything else. Like if like is my character down as Inquisitor now rather than Templar or anything fancy like that? Character selection. Yes, he is actually. That's cool. Level 69, 30, 87. Christ. Yeah, and now, to be honest, I'm kind of encouraged now to go and try to run that again multiple times, because you know I can get more points that way. And like this can only serve me so well. You know, these two can only do so much. So, oh Christ, that actually costs 5 to return. Christ, that's steep. That's steep indeed. So now, yeah, I'm not quite as fancy as I was hoping for, but yeah, it'll work. I'm doing all elemental damages anyway, though I don't know why that got knocked off. Tri-strike, wild strike, whatever. Let's pop back to Act 3, Cruel. Sweet.
Let me tell your future.
She says that as if anyone else can. Let me and not the woman down the road tell your future.
Let me tell. A golden device hidden by a rotting emperor overflows with power.
You'll be rewarded with 2 uses of the enchantment device on completing the labyrinth. Well, you could have given me that earlier. But anyway, I can now, when I get hit, I will now cast Word of Winter. I'm not sure what that means.
Yes.
Okay, let's see if it's here. Item rarity support. Probably not there. It's not there.
Watch yourself.
Word of Winter. Let's go to the library. Maybe the guy up here has it. I won't be making any more progress or anything like that.
May reason.
I'm probably just going to just find out this Word of Winter thing and leave it at that. Like for this set, if you're curious. Just want to figure this out and leave it at that. Just working from the back up. Word of Winter. Would that be here? Mightn't be. It's probably a red one, but I was thinking for a bit that it might be a blue one. Okay, knowing my luck, it's probably going to be a green one, but we'll find out. My hand keeps sliding down, which is being annoying because I might miss something. Okay. Okay, it's perfectly possible he just doesn't have the ability. It's perfectly possible. But I'm taking a look regardless. He might. That's of interest. Arctic Armor, Desecrate, Blood Rage, Frenzy, Herald of Ice, Flicker Strike. That's of interest. You basically teleport. You can teleport to a random enemy or to an enemy you target and hit them, and you can bypass the cooldown if you use a Frenzy charge. Siege Ballista. Oh yeah, it's Totem.
Remember, life is precious.
Let's head over to Heya Gate and see what's here. Maybe they have it. Also, we get to hear one of the best dialogues in the game.
But wait a moment. You're going to tell me that you didn't kill the beast? That it was simply your god acting through you? Please don't say it. I fear I might be ill upon your self-righteous toes. No, Templar. You did this. The oh so ordinary man that is you. That's where Malachi had it wrong, you see. He considered greatness to be a birthright, the possession of but a gifted few. You, Templar, have but one gift. Belief. You believe that God chose you to free Rayclast from its nightmare, and you've done everything in your power to prove that belief to be true. It's a lie, of course, but what a beautiful and powerful deceit. Please, continue to lie to yourself, Templar. It brings out the best in you.
I love that one.
Oh.
No, I just love that conversation. It's brilliant. It's hilarious.
What do you wish to know?
Okay. Just don't mind that weird, red-black portal there. Pay no attention to it. Level 70, Christ.
What can we do for you?
Purchase? Thank you. Word of Winter. I swear I've seen that one before, but
Yes,
I don't know it.
I'm watching you.
Piss off. I really don't know it. Maybe. You know what? No, I don't have time. It's nearly 6 and I have to be awake at 12. I stayed awake a bit long. Okay, I'm gonna alt-tab for a moment. I'll be back in a sec. Hey folks, and I'm back. Turns out I was basically I was assuming that it would have been a gem. It's actually
Yes.
not in the slightest. It's not a gem at all. It's actually just solely a glove enchantment. I was assuming it was like, you know, the other, like you can get a gem and with the right thing you can make it an on-hit effect. It's not that at all. Basically, the enchantment has a 1 second cast time, 5 second cooldown, and it does an unknown amount of damage. Depends on my stats, I presume. Yeah, seems like a fair assumption. But it's yeah, basically it's a traveling icy projectile. No further details are known by me than that.
Be careful.
Go to hideout. Just want to upgrade my glove armor because I haven't done so, and it's getting irritating me. Oh, my glove armor already has been upgraded. Huh. Well, that's actually a bit irritating. It just, the armor is a bit low. I think actually I was thinking of upgrading a different bit of gear. Let's upgrade this. Well, like I should have put Word of Winter in a different thing. Let's upgrade this with this armor. Booyah. So now I've got 711 on that. Do I have a sharpening wheel? You go here. Raise a mod of that type. Yeah, oh Christ, it does. In that case, the enchants it already has are actually quite well. That the enchants that are here are actually quite low level. They're only like level 20 things. I think there's a reason for that, and the reason for that is simply the well, it could be due to the master I've gotten it off of, or due to the level I've have to.
God bless you, Exile.
If I got Lore Master up a bit higher, maybe this would be a bit better.
At your service.
Like, let's see. I presume we got this off of this guy. Because this is a weapon thing. He's the Weapon Master.
Happy to share my hard-earned wisdom with you, Exile. Fancy a fight, do you? A right sucker for punishment you are.
Go. Oh, this is creepy.
You there. Let me bend your ear for a moment.
And I don't actually have any prep for it. Oh, actually, I can just get the golems out. Actually, no need for that.
Into the fray now, Exile. For where else could you possibly be? Shortly, this place will be crawling with dummies. No, not blackguards. Metal counterfeits that we can slaughter willy-nilly, guilt-free. You kill more than I do, you win. Are you game?
Begin. And we'll see how well we can do here. I can't actually resurrect any of them myself. Can't dominate them, and they just stand there and do piss all. Where is the guy? The guy's after running off over there. Is he even getting any? No. In fact, this was the least prepared I've been, but his padding just went to shit.
Mind your
So I
footwork,
did better.
Exile. This is a combat, not a cabaret. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The more we fight, the more I like you, Exile.
I wonder if I tossed down any consecrated ground. Didn't notice. Actually, it was on me being hit or killing. Consecrated ground would drop.
You know, we just might make a proper killer out of you yet, Exile. You certainly have the raw talent. Not to mention the